What's going on, Raider Nation? Sassy Football here. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the other video makers out there in Raider Nation. People like Murph's Fan Cave, Raiders Daily, Stephen Michaels, Sanjeet T, all his game updates and game film breakdowns. Raider Mikey over there on Air Nation. Shout outs to everybody, Pillaging Podcast, all of the Raider Nation filmmakers out there. I want to give a shout out to everybody. I'm all about unity. I don't want to, I don't care about my own, fame or my own, toting my own horn or whatever. I don't even care about views. All I really care about is that the Raider Nation does well and that we come together as a fan base and as, human beings that just love to watch our team and our best, our fan or our the fans' favorite players. We love to watch our team. And it just bugs me when I see division, when I see people kind of hating on other videos or saying, "Oh, I'm the best," and you guys, and I know that some of you might know who I'm talking about when I say that, but I'm not trying to point fingers and say this. I just would like to see more unity and less hate. In total, I'm not just talking about with Raider Nation, but I think that within Raider Nation you can see this. But that's what happens when you lose. When you're a losing team, guess what? Everybody starts to get depressed. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making videos. To be honest with you, I wanted to make a video after week 1, but I was kind of like, I'm really depressed. I was really mad. I was kind of like, I don't understand this, But at the same time, we lost to the Rams, so I don't think that wasn't as big of a deal because that's a great team. Look what they just did to the Vikings last night. The Rams are a really, really good team, and the fact that we were able to be leading at halftime, the fact that we were leading every game at halftime, to me it shows that we have a really, really good team. We just need to learn how to execute in the second half. And we need certain players to stop taking plays off. And that, to me, is really what's going to be the difference between winning and losing in this season. So what I want to do here is I want to just go over a couple of the plays from the Denver game, and then I want to just go over a couple of plays from the Miami game, and I want to just discuss why I think we struggled in the Miami game more than the Denver game, particularly because of the way basically the play action and the ability that, or I should say the play calling to allow Derek Carr to essentially roll out and have a wide open lane to flush or to move the pocket, they would say, essentially like do like a quick play action and then move the pocket to get to an open part of the field in the backfield and be able to throw to an open receiver and not have to worry about defenders rushing you down because you're creating a new pocket and giving yourself an extra 5 yards of separation. Now, when I say this, like watch this play in the Denver game, the very first play of the game, but just watch the play and understand that what is happening in this play is a simple play action, roll out to the right, and find an open receiver. You can't do that better. I'm sorry, but that is just the way you should be thinking. And quick screen passes was something we didn't see against Miami. Just that right there, to me. I understand that Gruden has a game plan. He goes into every game, and he's a really good game planner. We've seen that. He's been able to exploit mismatches. He finds the receiver that has the mismatch, and he exploits it again and again and again. He finds new ways to exploit it. The problem is this doesn't carry into the second half. And this comes to a conclusion that I've kind of come to, and that's John Gruden is simply putting out all of his trick plays, putting out all of the stops in the first half. Which is, don't get me wrong, like I'm not necessarily against that, but what I think that does is that eliminates the ability to come out in the fourth quarter and throw down a play that just completely baffles the other team. And we seem like we're just kind of doing the same things. We're just going through the motions in the fourth quarter because we've already used all of our kind of mismatches. We've already exploited all of the mismatches and all of the kind of advantages we have, player advantages, we've already exploited those. So they've now moved to double teams on the certain players we've used. I just think that we kind of show our cards too early. And that this, although while allowing us to lead at halftime and to dominate the first and second quarter, when it comes to the third and fourth quarter, teams make adjustments, teams to start double team, they start to, move the field, and we struggle. And one of the reasons why one of the things I want to point out here is that on 4th down and 1, twice in this game and in the game in Miami, John Gruden, instead of going to Lynch on a 4th and 1, or 4th and inches, instead of going to Lynch and simply just taking the points, instead of allowing him to just ram it down their throat, What does he do? He throws it to Keith Smith in the Denver game, a play where literally it would have basically won us the game if he makes that catch. You know, if he makes this catch right here, if Keith Smith makes this catch right here, we pretty much win this game. We're up by 2 scores. Okay, 4th and inches. We have Marshawn right here. Why not give it to Lynch in the backfield? Why not? No. Oh, we're gonna throw it to Keith Smith, a guy that is not a pass catcher. He's not a pass catcher. He's not a running back. This is one of the things I think about John Gruden is that he brings in these players like Keith Smith, and he gets rid of guys like King, guys like Mack, guys like Crabtree, and he has this affiliation with guys that he brings in, this kind of want to make them great, or want to make himself look good, being like, oh, look at the guys I brought in, look how great they are. I'm gonna trust them on fourth and goal, 4th and 1 when the game's on the line. And I'm going to throw it to a guy that's not a pass catcher. I'm going to run it on 4th down with a guy that's not a running back. That's not, he's a fullback. Like, I don't understand these plays, these decisions. They hurt us. They hurt us in so many different ways that it's not funny. When you choose to use a guy like Keith Smith instead of going with a guy like Marshawn Lynch, to me, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. It just proves that you're inconsistent at what you're choosing to do, and that you don't have faith in the players that you need to have faith in. Look at this. Lynch, 4th down. Did the same thing in Denver. Over the top, touchdown. Beautiful. Now, there was another play in this game where we were 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. What does he do? He gives it to Keith Smith. Keith Smith gets stuffed. We turn it over. If we score there, we win this game. We're up by another touchdown. Miami doesn't have the ability to just take it away from us in the last second interception and go back because we're already up by 2 scores. Like, there's just little things in this game that doesn't make sense to me that we play. Where's the pass rush? Where's the pass rush? That's all I want to know. Where is the pass rush? Now I'm going to get here and I'm going to ask you guys why. I'm going to point out something to you guys. I'm going to point out that Bruce Irvin is probably the worst defensive end in football at this moment. I don't think he was that always, but I think right now he just doesn't understand how to play the position. He doesn't understand what his assignments are, and he's taking plays off consistently. Now, I'm going to show you a play right here where all he needs to do in this play is contain the edge. Okay, that's all Bruce Irvin needs to do in this play. If he contains the edge, it's a 1-2 yard gain, and it's not. And this is in the 4th quarter. Okay, and don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to point out this one play and be like, oh, this is one play where he took the play off, and I think that was wrong. And this is consistently. I don't have the time to go out and find every single game of film. I was watching the game myself, and I saw this 3 or 4 times. Not just in this game, in the Denver game as well. He made a huge. He almost stuffed a guy in the backfield, Lindsey, the running back from Denver, and it was a 3rd down, and he almost stuffed them in the back at like their 35-yard line. It would have made them kick like a long field goal, but instead he fucking takes an incredibly bad angle. He takes an inside angle, which seems to be his thing. He seems to want to take these inside angles that puts him completely out of position and leaves the outside open to a rush for 20 yards, and he does this consistently. If you're a defensive end, and a defensive end, it's in the title, an end, your whole point of your position is to secure the edge of the line. You cannot let anybody rush to the outside. That's your position. Once you can push to the backfield, your whole goal is to seal the edge. If you can't get to the quarterback, you seal the edge. Now, just watch this. Bruce Irvin is in the top here, 51. Watch what he does. He tries to move to the inside at a situation and a time where all he needs to do is secure the outside edge. And I think, to me, it's just because he's lazy. Or maybe not lazy, but maybe he's and this is where it's not necessarily laziness, it's the fact that he just doesn't understand his assignment. He doesn't understand what he needs to be doing. Or he freaks out and he's like, I need to get to a quarterback. I can't, but in doing this, he leaves the outside edge wide open. Watch. So, Bruce Irvin, right here, 51. Watch. He fakes to the inside, doesn't, okay, sorry, this is not the right play. That's my bad, guys. I'm so sorry. That's not the right play at all. That's it right there. Sorry, I'm sorry. I was the wrong one. This play right here. Okay, Bruce Irvin's the top here. See, rushes to the inside. Oh, I'm rushing inside, and I leave the outside wide open. wide open. So Tannehill can, a guy that should not be running, goes for a 20-yard gain. Leaves the outside wide open. Wide open. Now let's see this again because and this is just terrible by Derek Carr. This is like the absolute pinnacle point of the game where Derek Carr lost this game for us. Now don't get me wrong. I don't know whether he checked this play off or not. It seems that he did. People say that he checked this play off and he chose to go with a pass. Gruden wanted to go with a run. This was Carr's decision. That's what some people have said. I don't know. I can't make my own decision there, but no matter what, that was an absolute terrible call. It was an absolute terrible throw. Nothing was good about this play. Okay? But let's now understand, okay, how this got to this position. Okay, maybe it's not even. I'm not exactly sure where it is, to be honest with you. It's just so bad, you know. Like it's just second interception today. I'm not exactly sure where it is because this is the last touchdown where, like, I think we were just out at this point. I don't think it really mattered. Well, one thing I just want to point out here, like I don't think Carr played necessarily bad in this game. I just think it's the play calling. Like, you can't have him standing in the pocket the entire game because the problem is that eventually they're gonna get down on him. They're gonna, like, look at the Denver game. Denver had one sack, Von Miller, and that one sack came when he was standing in the pocket and wasn't paying attention. But every play where we rolled out, every time we played play action and rolled out and created a new pocket or kind of moved the pocket, what happened? We had 90% completion rate for Derek Carr. Why? Because he's the kind of guy that I think needs to kind of be on the move. He needs to be moving, and he needs to kind of know where the pressure's coming from. When he does, like, when he's standing in the pocket, the problem is he doesn't have awareness. He doesn't have the ability to look, and no quarterback has the ability to have eyes in the back of their head and know when Von Miller's coming off the edge and your guy. But you need to be in a position where you understand that these guys are great players. When you're against Von Miller, you understand he's going to get off the edge. If you hold the ball for more than 3 seconds, guess what? He's getting to you. So it's just a mental error that you need to correct. It's a mental decision that you need to say, okay, I have 2 or 3 seconds to throw this ball. If I don't, I need to either run or I need to move the pocket. Because if I stand here, I'm going to get sacked or the ball's going to get tipped and I'm going to have no chance. Kirk Cousins did the same thing last night in Minnesota. In the fourth quarter where he had a chance to win, tie the game up, Johnson or one of the LA guys ended up getting a hand in and just knocking the ball out, and it was a fumble recovered by LA and they won the game. It's simple. You just if you hold the ball in the pocket for more than 2 or 3 seconds, guess what? You're going to get sacked or you're going to hit a fumble. Something bad's going to happen. You need to be able to move the pocket in that time. So all I wanted to point out here was the fact that Bruce Irvin needs to seal the edge. If he's going to be playing a defensive end, he needs to learn how to seal the edge, and he cannot be playing to the inside every play. It's almost he has like 1 or 2 moves. His one move is I fake to the out, go to the end. And then when he does that, he leaves the outside wide open. Or the other move is he tries to do a spin move to the outside, and sometimes he gets there, but he has one forced fumble this year. It wasn't recovered, but it was one forced fumble. It was a nice play, but that's one play, and he's played probably something like 60, 70 snaps now. One play on 70 snaps. Come on, you're taking way too many snaps off for those kind of numbers. Anyway, one thing I want to point out is that I don't think Gruden trusts in Lynch as much as he should. I don't think he has as much faith, even though he makes it every time. Lynch got stuffed once on 4th and goal this year, once, and 4 other times he's made it. 4 other times he got us the first down of the touchdown. I don't understand how you can't have. And we need to have a better pass rush, obviously. Now Derek Carr consistently has been not playing well under pressure, and we need to move the pocket. Simple as that. Now I'm gonna end this video here. I wanted to say, check out my other videos on my other channel, Revolutionary Road. I'm gonna be putting on a news channel soon, and I hope you guys tune in.